Arjun, let's talk about the Gaumukh Tapovan trek. It was one of the first treks you did, right, when you were 8 years old. So tell us a little more about this trek. It's so old and it used to be very popular at one point in time, but I see that it's not so popular now. So what is the reason for that?
See, it's true. Gaumukh Tapovan is one of the oldest treks in our country. In fact, when I was younger, that was perhaps the only trek which people did. But over a period of time, as people got to know other treks, other beautiful treks in our country like Rupkund, especially Rupin Pass, Sandakpur, all these other treks, Goechala, they all started emerging. And when they started becoming more and more popular, Gaumukh Tapovan kind of got lost in the shadow. But that doesn't mean it's not a good trek to do.
So what makes this such a great trek? What's the biggest attraction on this trek?
See, Gaumukh Tapovan, the biggest attraction would be actually Tapovan.
Okay.
And I would say from Gaumukh onwards. Gaumukh onwards, Tapovan, because once you are at Tapovan, which is a high altitude kind of a grassland and it's a flattish grassland, from Tapovan you are seeing very big peaks. And not only are you seeing these very big peaks, you're seeing them right from the base. So you have Mount Shivling, which you're seeing right in front of you. I mean, the entire mountain right in front of you, from the bottom to the top. And as you know, Mount Shivling is one of the most prettiest mountains you could actually find in our country. Then you have the Bhagirathi sisters on your left. These are again very famous and very beautiful summits. You see other big summits from there. You see the entire Gangotri glacier below you. You have a very good lake, high altitude alpine lake, the Neelatal at Tapovan to see. So all in all, it's a wondrous place to be in, and a lot of these mountain winds are blowing through your tent. So it's lovely to be there. And then Gaumukh itself, when you do this trek, Gaumukh, as you know, is a source of our river Ganga. So there's a lot of sacredness attached to it, a lot of religious sentimental things which are associated with this trek. But whether you're religious or not religious, I have seen countless trekkers. There's something which happens in their in the demeanor, which changes the moment they stand in front of Gaumukh, when they see this vast big glacier with the water flowing right under it. And this glacier is not small, it's huge. I mean, it's so big that standing in front of it, you're just like a tiny kind of a block, that's it. And the whole magnitude of the place and that implication that this is where the lifeline of India is, this is where the Ganga starts from, this is where all the religious sentiments come from. It has a profound effect on people. I've seen a lot of trekkers from whichever faith they are in, they stand there with their hands folded right in front of that Gaumukh glacier and taken that moment of what it means to us and our country. And this thing. So even for that, it's a very good reason, because in very few treks you will see such big glaciers and the carving of the glacier, the full face of the glacier.
And Arjun, what about the difficulty level of this trek? Is it a difficult trek to do?
I wouldn't call it difficult trek, but there are one or two sections which you need to be a little careful about, and you do need to go with a group rather than going alone. One is when you have to cross the entire Gangotri glacier on top of it. So you actually climb the glacier and then you cross over to go towards the Tapovan side. So there are crevasses on the glacier because you're almost at the end of the glacier. So there are crevasses, and you need to know which crevasses, how you weave your way through these crevasses. The path is quite well defined, but you do need to be a bit careful here. And another tricky section is when you've crossed the glacier and you have to climb up to Tapovan. You are doing it on the face of the mountain. It's like a gorge. Okay. So you're climbing this, and there are a lot of loose scree and loose sections, so you may lose a footing there, which is again a bit required that you're going with a group and not really handling it alone. If you're with a group, I don't see that as a big problem because there's someone to take care of you. But otherwise, apart from these two sections, I don't see it as physically that challenging a trek as such.
So, what about the time of the year to go here? Which are the best months to visit Gaumukh?
See, Gaumukh would open up in May. So May would be an excellent time to do, May, June, and then again post monsoons you can do it from middle of September to October, November. Generally these trails close on the day of Diwali. That's the way the country looks at it. The day Diwali closes, the Gangotri temple closes, so everybody kind of gets off from the trail.
So it's a fairly well established trek and it's easy to do it on your own as well?
Absolutely, you can do it on your own. As I said, only on those two sections I would suggest that you carry someone and get along somebody with you. But otherwise it's I did it alone. So.
Alright, thanks a lot Arjun for throwing light on this.
Thank you so much.